All right, it was good to get back out today. Yesterday just had meetings. Was able to look over the previous 3 days. Spent a lot of time. Just continue to hone in on the details. Came back today with another, probably our last big installation. Looking at some different things. Had the third down period emphasis, trying to incorporate more of those situational moments. I think guys have done a good job the first 3 days. You'll really like the energy of the defense. I thought in the third practice, the offense did some really good things. Competitive plays. I thought there was a good response from the defense today. Seeing guys flying around. I like what I'm seeing up front. That forcing unit in the front seven. I thought the guys in the back end really competed well. Really trying to look at a couple different combinations. Some young guys, getting a chance to showcase what they can do, and just you're seeing that confidence continue to emerge. Offensively, there were some good moments. Just overall consistently have to be better. Like I said, we added some new things, and have some younger guys just trying to putting all that together. So we got to continue to clean up the details. Had a couple drops in third down situations, which obviously we got to have great focus there. But all in all, I thought it was a good day. Just continuing to push that mindset, regardless of the circumstance or the things that are going on around you. Just coming out and being your best and focus on those details. But I like what I saw. I think we're getting some good work in our special teams units. Some young guys, really, having their moments of defensively. As Ari Thomas, I thought did some really good things. I think he's put together a really good start of camp. I tell you, it's impressive to see just the emotional maturity that some of these guys are showing. It's not all. You look at some of the young offensive linemen and the way that they're coming in, and like I said, you got a lot thrown on them. But all 6 of those guys, I'm very excited about what they're going to be able to do. As they continue to go through this fall camp. Rodney Hill's a guy that I thought is continuing to flash. I like the steps I'm seeing from him as well. So all in all, that was a good day.
Byron Turner's a guy who didn't really get this experience last year. As he started to flash some more.
He has. I think Byron, Patrick. Those guys, those young ends. We're hopeful to see those steps, and with the reps, with the opportunity. I think they're showing that they're getting there in their preparation to be able to go out there and make plays, and so. I thought it's good seeing Dennis. Dennis was limited a little bit here this spring, and here these first few days. He's got a chance to have a special year. I'm excited about what I'm seeing from him, and there at the end position. We've done it. It's just not looked very good, and so what I like is the quality of reps that we're getting, and that's something that it's important to. And there's still challenges. There's still times when you have newcomers and you split them up, but I want those guys to get reps. And like I said, the quality of the reps are what make it very beneficial. You can work communication, but if there's, sometimes if there's some, staggering talent level differences. But I think we got great competition in that young group of the new guys, and some guys we just need that. You look at some positions, we're rolling. With pretty good depth, and just to make sure those guys are getting the quality reps that they need. A guy like Josh Farmer, who coming into this year, you saw some unbelievable development here throughout the course of last year. Now you're really seeing him take some real positive steps. Absolutely emerged himself, and he's going to be a strong contributor in our rotation. And so that's just an example of a guy that kind of come to mind. But we definitely the two groups is now helping us because of the quality of the groups.
You go through this.
Natural, it seems like playmakers are. How impressed were you with that match?
Oh, that's one of the things. Coming in, you knew the ability that he has as a playmaker. You watch his high school film, the offensive plays. That was really. He did so much quality work on the offensive side of the ball. But his I mean, he's a very fluid mover, and I mean, he's explosive. You know, he's got great ball skills. You know, he finds a knack just to be able to put himself in a great position. And you know, he had a couple today that I just love. I love what I'm seeing. I'm seeing those positive steps, and he plays with a great deal of confidence for a young player. And you know, it's one thing. You know, anybody can have a good attitude when it's going good, but whenever you get beat on a play, you know, I mean, he's had a couple of those too, and just the way he's able to transition to the next play, and that's a learned skill for some guys. You know, a lot of guys come in, they've been the best guy, and they don't experience much defeat in practice or you know, in games when they're in high school. Then they come to college, and you know, it's a different game, and you got to. That's one of those defining, you know, factors for a young guy to be able to play early.
You go through the spring and see the summer. I'm sure you're hopeful, but does it still impress you to see the quality of reps that you're getting up and down the roster so far?
I think it's been good work, and I mean, we knew we wanted to push that. You know, I've liked the mindset of the guys. You know, I thought we had a little bit of a, you know, to say a lull. I mean, you know, hitting some of those late middle periods in practice. You know, guys got to maintain focus. So, you know, when they're in the heat and when they're, you know, when it's that kind of those moments of truth. But I mean, you know, that's where you really force it, because you're going two groups, and so guys have, you know, we're accelerating the number of reps that they're getting, and you know, really trying to push that mental and physical fatigue. So I thought that was good.
Full pads on Monday or Tuesday? How much are you looking forward to amping it up?
Yeah, it'll be what is today?
Today's Sunday.
Okay, good. So it'll be the 6th practice, so Tuesday. Okay. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, I think that's one of the things that, you know, when you're in uppers, you want to get good work. You want to be able to work pad level, to work, you know, proper footwork. It definitely helps being able to do that at a better pace, protecting the upper body. But it won't. You know, but you have to stay on the ground. You have to stay off of the ground, and you know, there won't be a whole lot of change with that. You know, come in full pads, but I mean, it does let you play, you know, free, and let you. You know, there's going to be some moments to work on certain things where, you know, whether it's the roll tackles or different things that where you're going to end up, you know, on the ground more. And I'm looking forward just to continued process of growth, and you know, we'll probably get, you know, come Tuesday, we'll probably get some serious work where put guys in situations that they've got to sequence it and have that in your mind. So really looking forward to that too.
All the different regulations the NCAA's done with acclimation periods and the amount of practice you can get, does it give you an opportunity as a head coach to kind of be creative and give you an edge over maybe your competitors? I mean, other coaches might.
I absolutely believe that the organizational approach to what you do is important, and I think that when you look at the structure, I spend a lot of time. You know, we've got a great staff. You know, with Coach Storms, you know, Scott Trueluck, you know, Josh Chapman. I mean, we look at, you know, all areas of what we've been able to do. You know, we look at all the data and make sure that we're keeping guys in the best. You know, we're getting the work that we need to get to condition us for what's coming, but also want to make sure we have that balance, keeping guys healthy, and that we can get the quality of the work. And I think, you know, looking at all the data, you know, Jackson has done a great job. You know, our new director of sports science, I think he's done a phenomenal job of being able to bring some ideas, be able to implement that. But as we've structured, you know, our fall camp and all things that have changed, I think it's been a real benefit.
After a set with a guy like Jordan or any of your quarterbacks, you know, if they have a good set, you kind of run up to them and give them some encouragement. Is there something specific that you try to reinforce in those moments, especially with Jordan?
If there's the moments, you know, sometimes like Jordan had a set today of third down plays where there was a couple of times he put us in great positions for what would have been, you know, maybe even a 4th and short. And you know, in the moment, like, you have to take what they give us in some situations. But you know, what on the outside, you might want, you know, a certain result from the outside, but understanding that you did your job in that moment. You put us in a great position. You know, sometimes a throwaway is the right thing rather than putting the ball in jeopardy. And so, just trying to make sure that, you know, that in the moment they understand that, hey, that was something that was good. On the flip side of it, you know, there's plenty of times where they do something that is not desired, that they have to get that, you know, immediate correction to understand the emphasis and the importance of it. Well, I tell you, he's a young man. He's got a great work ethic, desire. Very smart young man. You know, he wants to be great, and you know, a lot of people can talk about that desire, but very few are willing to put in that work. And you know, coming in the spring, I mean, let's look at his body. I mean, I don't. He could probably tell you, but he might have been pushing closer to the low 170s, and he's close to 190 right now. And I mean, just his body has changed. His confidence is emerging every day, and I mean, he wants to be good in protections. He wants to be a complete back, and you know, you see some of the physicality things that show up with him, and you know it's coming. I mean, he's gonna be a really good player here. I mean, so I'm excited about what his future is.
You like us being chipper and welcoming you when you get to the podium. I mean, do you like the way that Jared Verse comes out here and talks to his guys and welcomes them to the practice field before they get started?
Yes, the encouraging aspect of it. And sometimes I bring a little bit of challenge, but I want energy. I mean, I think there's something that, how do you approach the day? You know, if you come and you see somebody, you see a teammate, you know work's coming. I mean, it might be hot, it might be this, but you know, you can put yourself in a mindset today's going to be a great day. You know, sometimes being controlled in that emotion, you know, I think is also important too. When you find situations that, you know, you got to be I want everybody to be emotional, right? Because it's an emotional game, but controlled and showing that emotional maturity is also critically important.